Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Andrews. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them.
Here we go. 50, plant. Come.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers for Mixon last week, 14 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Andrews looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Andrews operating from the gun. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Okay, ready?
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Now.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's go.
On the double.
50, Mike's 50. No game on this defense. No game.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Let's go.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And here's Andrews. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change. And Andrews lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the...
Got it.
51's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Double time. Double time. 3 down. 3 down.
Ready.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. A draw play for Mixon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run.
Snap.
Andrews now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go! 10-2 soft.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Daniel Jones, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Ready? 50, plant.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Let go.
To throw is Andrews. Off play action. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
On the set.
50 wants the mic. Yeah. You don't want nothing.
On 1st and 10, Andrews. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's second down.
Ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You five.
Andrews to throw again. This is the tight end Fant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now Andrews operating from the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And here's Andrews to throw on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And he's on the heels of winning the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award. He had a pair of sacks in last week's game, Charles.
So much for adjusting, so much for game planning, right? You know that he had the 2 sacks last week. Why aren't you able to block him? Sometimes the superior athlete just wins.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw.
Push him back. Push him back.
Ready.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Left.
I'm trying to collect.
2nd and 5. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Andrews. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Ready, set.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run. Hey, they're running it.
5.
Andrews now on 1st down. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bears, They improved to 5-0 now on the young season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.